Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Monster Train. We just finished, in our last run, unlocking the Stygian Guard, I think they're called, right? So we'll try a run with them. They're like, I guess blue? I don't know. We have red and green, makes sense blue would be the next color. My understanding from like seeing these on other YouTube channels is that they... Oh, I want them to be my primary clan, is that they kind of have a heavy focus on spell casting, damage spells and stuff like that. So it seems like they ought to work pretty well with Hellhorns, because you get like more kind of removal spells with your torch and your, you know, stuff like Vent, whatever. I don't know, I guess Awoken have Glimmer and things like that, but I don't really know whether we need tanks or... Well, I guess that's one point, is we don't really seem to need damage dealers if we're going to be focusing on spell damage, so I don't know, we'll try the Awoken. Plus this way maybe I can finally play a run where I don't just ascend everything to the top floor. Just by taking Ascend away, I don't have to do that stupid... Oh, I didn't even look at what our Covenant 2 effect is. I assume we are on Covenant 2 though, right? How do I find that out? I don't know. There it is. So at the final boss... The first spell card played each turn gets consumed. Okay, so that's what we had last time, right? I think so. And we got a Glimmer. That's nice. Applies spell weakness, so this is a Stygian Guard kind of ability that makes enemies take multiplicative damage amounts. Okay. And more magic power on the floor. That's kind of a cool little backline unit. It's kind of too bad we're fighting a boss that, like, eats your spells, but what can you do? So, root enemies on the floor below the pyre room? Eh. On the other hand, spikes, like, do almost nothing, so sure, let's take this. Alright, so damage spells are cheaper. Or... Yeah, and Frostbite is another Stygian Guard special effect, which is basically poison from Slay the Spire. Right, you stack up a bunch of it and it does like 9 damage, then 8 damage, then 7, and so on. Well... Is Glimmer a damage spell? It must be, right? Yeah, so... Okay, we get a dead weight as part of our Covenant 2. Oh, what else is in Covenant 2 anyway? That's it, you just get a dead weight, okay. I don't know, making damage spells cheaper sounds good. That way if we ever get any draw, we can like apply a lot of this stuff. Okay, sure. Okay, Spikes 3, I don't much care about. Yeah. How much health does my champion have? 5. Well, maybe I do care a little. Of course, I hope to kill this guy with mostly spells, but I can't guarantee it. I don't know. I have Glimmer and Restore. I think I'm okay taking a little bit of spike damage. I should be all right. So, like, I think I can afford to put him on the bottom floor, honestly. Although, I can't actually, because he would take 3 damage from spikes, and then 2 from getting attacked, and that's 5. I can't heal him in between those 2 actions. So, I think we just Glimmer in here. And these guys also are small, which is nice. I don't know, I guess this guy's just gonna attack once and then die, so it doesn't really matter what I do with him, right? What I really need is a train steward in this floor. Yeah, this does cost 0, very good. I'll put my other train steward up here to take care of this guy. mean, I guess I have a lot of damage on this floor if I want, right? 26, 35? Oh, so that would actually let this guy live. If I played all of these spells here, then the Train Steward would finish it off before my Mollusk Mage gets a chance to attack and kill himself. That's nice. Oh, plus it got rooted, so it wouldn't even be able to escape this turn. That's cute. I don't think we can save the Mollusk Mage for much longer, though, right? Yeah. Alright, well, I'm maybe not playing these guys so great. Okay, but this is... We finally drew these things. They were at the bottom of the deck, I guess. So we can give them 2 stacks of spell weakness, which means the first spell will deal triple damage, and then it'll tick down, and the next spell will do double damage, and then it'll just take an ordinary amount. I'm kind of thinking... Well, I could Glimmer up here. I guess if I played both of these spells, we'd kill this guy and take a bit less damage. The other thing is, like, okay, it would be kind of nice to try and hit this guy some, right? But that's actually taking away his spell weakness stacks on a floor where we don't have... Oh, we don't have spell damage bonuses anyway, so maybe that's fine. The top floor seems to be doing just fine. I'll just put 2 Frozen Lances in here so that we don't take a bunch of unnecessary damage, and then Glimmer up the second floor so that it's easier to, you know, survive. Okay, so this guy's gonna attack for 4. So a single Restore does buy us a turn. That's 15 damage. So now he hits us for 4, which is 3. We're down to 5. Like, would 2 more Restores keep this guy alive longer? Suppose he had 3 regen. We get hit for 4, heal up to 7. Get hit for 4, heal up to 5. Get hit for 4 again. Yeah, I think it would. So that's more important than healing the back guy, which actually wouldn't even do anything. Alright, that's a big chunk of damage. And now some damage spells, please? Yeah, so this doesn't do 6, it does... Why does he only have 2 stacks of spell weakness? Do those decay per turn? I thought they only decayed when you hit them with something. It doesn't say it decays per turn. Did I hit him with a spell last turn and I didn't realize? Oh, maybe the Glimmer. Maybe I hit him with a Glimmer when I was healing and I didn't think about it. Well, alright, this is not the greatest outcome of all time. But we do get him to only hit the fire once. Not the end of the world. And if not for the spikes, that fight would have been trivial, of course. So I'll happily pay 4 health for 75 gold. Okay, Offering. So if it's discarded, it will instead be played. These guys have some abilities that let you discard cards, so this, you know, can do some cool stuff. Another Energy Siphon doesn't really seem necessary. Let's just take this. It's like fine as a card, even though I often won't play it. And if I ever get some discard synergy, it'll be great. I don't have any big units yet, but I'd like to get some. Does spell damage affect this thing? The other thing is, like, I think that Vine Grasp is actually kind of bad for the deck. On the one hand, it's like, oh yeah, you have spell damage bonuses, you should take spells. But we have multiplicative spell damage bonuses, and spending them on a small spell is a big bummer. So, I think it's sort of like between these two if I want to find a big unit to heal. And I think I'll take this one, because I'm pretty sure that it does actually multiply the damage. This could be a huge amount of damage if I get anything that can take a large amount of health. Upgrade spells and get a Stygian unit, or upgrade units and get an Awoken. Honestly, I feel like what I need is an Awoken unit to tank for everything. And I'd kind of like to upgrade spells, but whatever. Upgrading units is fine. Okay, I mean, this is fine. It's not a huge tank, but it's something. And sting spells are like, they work well with the Mollusk Mage, for example. And if you don't want to use them to take away someone's spell weakness, you can always like throw them on a different spell. It's floors. They're like going to be at least sort of neutral-ish. Plus, it kind of like increases your hand size in a way. Well, yeah. If you're playing a sting every turn and gaining a sting every turn, you're going to be drawing one more normal card plus having a sting, so sure. I guess I should have looked at what upgrades were available first. Okay, so the runestone is cute. My first instinct is to put it on the Vine Mother, since we kind of want that to be what's tanking for us. But I do have this thought of, like, what if we put it on the Mollusk Mage? He's obviously not going to tank much, but if we have any enemies with spikes or sweep, the Mollusk Mage is just instantly wiped off the map. And if we could just give him a couple armor, that wouldn't be true anymore. Right, if we had this in that last fight, we wouldn't have taken any damage. And I think it's especially good on the Mollusk Mage, because he's going to be on the floor where you want to be casting a lot of spells anyway. So it's a little bit weird, but I'm going to go for it. And let's reroll, see if we can get something better. Okay, a large stone works pretty well, I think. We have a bunch of small units, right? Our champion and the Mollusk Mage are tiny little dudes now. And if we make this guy large, he's suddenly doing that job, like, way better. And we have the room to still put everything behind him, because everything else is so small. And, I'll throw out a Train Steward. Okay, so the boss has a bunch of spikes. And they have an enhancer who gives spikes. And then this unit who doesn't attack. So any kind of direct damage spell is gonna... Well, especially Glimmer. I don't know, though. Armor 10? I don't have any, like, targeted removal that I could use to hit the unit in the back. And so this dude in the front with spikes... Oh, it doesn't have spikes. It just has armor. Oh, but you're giving it spikes. Right, got it. Right. It's how much spikes? 2. So, like, the reason I'm thinking at all is that, if we don't take this, then Glimmer is basically like a free clear of a whole floor. Whereas if we do, like, it might be kind of tough. But I think it's well worth it to get another unit. We might take a little bit of damage, but it shouldn't be too bad. And we have this Vine Mother, so that's something. Gonna have to watch this guy. Actually, maybe I should be putting regen on my champion before he kills himself. Alright, a sting up here seems good. Probably. No, just put a train steward up there. I'd like to find out whether this actually works with the multiplying damage effect, but I don't have an easy way to find that out. I'm trying to decide who I need to put Energy Siphon on. If I put it on this front guy, then a sting clears it, which is nice. But I don't actually have a good way to finish off this redirector anyway. I think I'll siphon here and find out whether this works. So we're going to do either 2 or 4 damage. Right now it's at... Excuse me, we're doing 20? Ah, yeah. Because we're doing 5 times 2 is the base amount, which is 10, and it's being doubled by the spell weakness to 20. Okay, got it. And now a sting will finish you off. Let me heal my back dude here, and I might as well glimmer on the floor where it's free. Alright, we get a break. I assume I'm putting the Mollusk Mage down here. Didn't this cost 3? I thought it cost 3 when I drafted it. It says 3. Oh! Right, it costs 2 on this floor because of my champion. It doesn't do anything, though. Got it. So I want to play the Mollusk Mage, but I also kind of want a Titan Tooth up here. Because it would kill everything, dealing 15 total damage. Oh, these guys are rooted, so I don't have to rush on them, actually. I can focus a bit more on them next turn. Maybe I should have put him in front because he gains armor. I wasn't really thinking there. I put him behind because I want to keep his effect for longer. The spell damage, I don't know, it actually doesn't matter. Once combat starts, neither of their effects does anything. Yeah, let's just do some damage up here. And I think another Train Steward is the way to go to make sure I clear everything out, rather than a Glimmer. I guess I might as well play Glimmer here for heals. Sure. And in cants, I guess. Alright, so we want to put some spell weakness on this guy, I assume. But maybe not. Oh, you know what? I should try not healing the Vine Mother so I can get this explosion to go off a little bit better. Huh. That's interesting. So our attack numbers are 32. Right? And this guy has 40 health, so if I like sting once, that kills him. Yeah, and then I can focus the rest on... Oh, I don't have any targeted damage spells. Okay. That's a bit annoying. But I think I still want to Energy Siphon him so I can do more damage later. And these are free, so I'll play them. They give me incants and so on. And I'll restore... Oh, the spikes are the worst, because this guy's just going to kill himself. Restore here, I guess, to make you live... No, well, they have 2 spikes, so you'll be at 3, then 4. But that doesn't actually help. It's still 2 more spikes to kill you. So this is the only regen that's going to do anything. Now the top floor is safe. The spikes are really not working out very well for me. But another Energy Siphon on him should be basically game over, right? Like, this would do, I don't know, a lot. But this is doing 15 and then also 10 Frostbite. Plus it makes the back unit die. So the spikes go away and we last longer that way. Alright, we made it. We made it out alive. Incredible. I don't know, all these cards don't matter. Okay, we get some cards and we get a unit. Alright, so Titan's Gratitude is pretty cool, I think. It's a lot of damage to multiply, and it might get lucky and hit our offering. But if we don't have an offering, we can just kind of play it last and not worry about the discard. These don't really work for me. They don't do anything. Yeah. I don't know. Actually, maybe taking a Vine Grasp would have been good, because we have a lot of spells that can only target the front unit. So if we could, like, move something to the front, that would increase our flexibility by a fair bit. Do I want any of this? Like, not really. I mean, I could take this Husk Hermit, but... I guess he's better than Train Stewards is kind of the idea. Fine. It's not a high bar, but it should improve our deck in the short term at least. Forge spells and get a Stygian unit sounds pretty good to me. Okay, so more magic power is really good if we're, like, multiplying the damage. You could put it on this. It increases it by more, but this is kind of the card we're going to get to play the least often. I don't know, if it does 15 damage to everything and poisons everything, we might be able to play it pretty often. Yeah, okay. And then, like, I can try making it cheaper as well, so that it's not that big a deal if I can't discard it. But that is using up the last upgrade slot. I think that's fine. Alright, see you, dude. Oh, or remove something? Like another Train Steward? Sure. Alright, so another, like, backline unit. Both of these, actually. Do we want to work on Spell Weakness or Frostbite? I think Spell Weakness. We've got several very large spells. We've got 2 tanks to put stuff behind, so I think it's fine to take another small unit. Alright, I've seen this before. So we get to pick either one of two cards that kind of influence where enemies are on the train. They're each like 1 use per battle. You can either, or is that? Yeah, they are 1 use per battle. Ascending it into the pyre and then applying Daze 3, you basically have to do like 60 damage to it, which is cool. But I think I like the doors better. Just because it's so cheap, and even if you have to cast it on a unit that's already on the bottom floor, it's like fine, it applies 2 days. Alright, and here we are, first boss. I wasn't really paying attention. Yeah. Daedalus. So they deal 1 damage to the front unit on death. That's no big deal. We have big old tanks in the front. And we have at least 1 spell that wants our units to take damage. So that's lovely. Let's just Glimmer in here. Good start. I actually maybe should not be putting these guys on the bottom floor because of all the rage, but whatever. Yeah, making this only cost 1 is disgusting. Yeah, and you're dead already. Sure. I'll save myself some health, gain some armor on this guy, and draw cards next turn. That was probably the wrong... I should have played this sooner, I guess. I don't know. But I didn't want to discard a card, right? So, I don't know. Let's just do this. Not heal this guy. I want to let him accumulate some damage so that this does some insane amount of damage eventually. Alright, a Glimmer down here works pretty well. I should maybe consider descending this unit first, but I don't think there's much need. Yeah, we'll just clear out this unit to avoid taking damage. And I guess I'm taking 10 here? Whoops. We'll just accumulate spell damage this way. And eventually when Daedalus arrives, we'll just absolutely toast him with 1 or 2 spells. Yeah, so like for example, this is a fine use of Restoration Detonation. It's gonna do like 100 damage. Right, I'll take it. And there's some 12s and some 13s. Okay, I guess we'll Glimmer in here. And then both of these, or all of these combined for a kill. Anyone else need health? No. You do, but I'm not giving it to you. And we're just applying more spell weakness. Okay, here he comes. Everybody ready for the grand finale here? How much spell weakness does he have? Only 1, huh? Well, I thought he had more than that. I guess we should hit him with one of these then. Well, If I play this instead of the Frozen Lands, I'm doubling 32 instead of doubling 13. So even if I, like... Even if I get unlucky, which wouldn't be that unlucky, and discard a damage spell, this is still more damage than playing the Frozen Lands first. I didn't even notice what I discarded. And just regen, I guess. I don't know. We got him, so. Okay, what are we taking here? I don't want Spreading Spores at all. It's just awful in this deck. Another Channel Song is probably fine. Or it's our first this run, but taking it again like we did last time is probably fine. Getting big units is always nice. Storing them in full health doesn't really matter. Okay, so these two, these hollows, are exciting. I think I want the Awoken Hollow. It just has more total health, and I don't care that much about spikes as much as I care about like having more health and more damage. And I think we want capacity, right? Energy hasn't much been a problem, neither has draw. So we can dupe a card, get an Awoken unit and some gold, or get an artifact and remove a couple cards. Well, I gotta say that, like, another one of these is pretty gross. Right? And another Awoken unit would be nice. Removing cards and gaining an artifact is also pretty excellent. Right, like at this point I think I'd be removing Restores over... No, I still want to remove Train Steward so that Channel Song hits something important. And the Restores help a little bit with the Hollow we got, wherever he is. I can't find him? Did I not take him? What? Hello? What happened? Did I like hit skip or something? I'm pretty sure I should have a unit with like 15 attack and 15 health that gains 60 max health when you summon it. I'm not sure what happened there. I guess I must have hit skip somehow and not realized? That kind of stinks. Well, I guess I'll go over here anyway. Alright, I mean, I guess I'll take this one instead. Go back and watch the footage. Tell me what happened on that last... well, I mean, don't tell me. I'll check, honestly. But, what the heck happened on that last unit board? So, we can, have damage spells cost even less, but I only, like... Even my most expensive damage spell only costs 2. It would be a good excuse to take more expensive damage spells, but I don't think it's that amazing. I'll just take this to also get some Frostbite, so he does something when he attacks. And give me another Titan's Tooth. Yeah, we're ready to go. Spikes again, huh? Alright, this guy's adding, junk to the deck, and this guy also adds junk to the deck when he kills a unit. I think some spikes ought to be okay. We have several big damage spells now and a couple big tanks. Just have to try not to let my guardian or my champion die. I was trying to pour myself some water, but now I gotta hit okay. So I can't really do anything to these guys at the moment. And putting someone in here to attack them actually kind of stinks, so I'm just gonna put stuff up here instead. I'll put the Vine Mother on the top floor. Just so like there's room for another unit behind this tank. Alright, what do I get from Channel Song? Train Steward, hilarious. I would like to put a Husk Hermit in here just so I can take this guy out. It's a little annoying that I can't take out the other stuff, but... Alright, so this floor is a little bit overcrowded in terms of units who don't deal damage. Why are you dying? Ah! You're only taking 3 from the Husk Hermit, but you're also taking spike damage. Got it. I'll put some Train Stewards, I guess on the bottom floor, so I can have something more important protected up here. Oh, it's only one. I can only fit one. Ugh. Okay, well, pretty crummy chance. So you're dying, which I don't like. I want my Icy Silophyte on the bottom floor so that I can make use of the spell weakness for longer. And this guy, since everything has spikes, this guy like just instantly dies, which is not great. Now this guy's living. I can just play these for 11 and that's the kill already. Which frees me up to play, like... I don't know. This guy's just dying, so I'm not sure what the point of all this was. It frees me up to play, I guess, a Restore on one of these two. Probably should be this guy up here. Train Steward's not going to last all that long, let's be honest. I don't know, maybe I should be healing the Train Steward and like counting on the Restoration Explosion, or whatever it's called, to get this guy. Because it's... yeah, it's doing 50 damage. Why does it say it's killing him? It's only 50, isn't it? I don't have anything that gives me spell damage in that room. Oh, he's got spell weakness. Got it. It's still only 10 health on this guy, honestly. I need to work a bit harder at it. Glimmers down here are nice, I guess. A Glimmer still doesn't actually save anybody down here, I don't think. Oh, it does save the thing in back. Whoops. I'm gonna play the Sting first and then the spell weakness so that the next spell actually does something. Oh my god, I lost my champion when I wasn't looking. Okay, well, not my most impressive showing, I guess. Look at Titan's Gratitude here. Maybe it discards the Curse, which would be nice. No, it discards the Restore, which is fine. That's enough to get the kill and also the damaging card from my deck. But this fight's going awful. I keep forgetting how bad spikes are for me. Okay, I can put the Mollusk Mage in now, which is great. I'm putting him up here in the hopes of like drawing some good damage spells and some multiplication effects on them next turn, because I don't really have them this turn. We're obviously playing the Stings here. And what else? Does the Train Steward even do anything? No. The Train Steward plus a heal here would do something. I guess this is actually better than a damage spell, so I might as well play it. But I could play it up here. Nah. And now a Train Steward does let me get at least one stack of spell weakness, which is pretty good. Okay, so this is a great... Like, this guy has... What happened to your spell weakness? I don't understand. Do I need to reread the help text on spell weakness or something? Shouldn't he have some? My sweep unit applied spell weakness right at the end of the turn, and I haven't cast any spells since then. So there's something I don't understand. The next time it's hit by a damage spell. And I had this unit. It applied spell weakness 1. It struck all of them. Why doesn't he have spell weakness? I'm just completely flummoxed. It makes no sense. He doesn't have any effect preventing it. There's nothing up here preventing it. I clearly hit him with it. It doesn't disappear when they move up floors. I keep seeing spell weakness like disappear from units this game, and I can't explain it. Well, maybe I'll turn the combat speed back down. How do you feel about that? I don't know how much it'll help. Anyway, we're probably playing a Titan's Tooth here. It seems good. But I'm like, I might be dying here. The Glimmer is, I guess, enough to survive a round, which is nice. It's not clear how we're ever gonna survive the combat. Like, clearly I did some stuff wrong in this game. Like, I fought against spikes way too much. I also built a deck that is very weak against spikes when I could have maybe tried not to do that. But I also don't understand what happened to that other tank I got at the end of the first boss, right? So, I don't know. It's a mystery. Well, we'll play all this spell weakness. And we'll play this. I mean, 9. So we are living. We're not gonna die here. Although, actually, these are a real problem. Did something weird happen there? Like, I thought I came up with an energy out of nowhere. Maybe not. Maybe I just played some stings. I thought I played an ordinary spell and then 3 stuff that was supposed to cost 1. But if it was a 0 cost spell, yeah, it must have been, because I don't have a sting anymore. Okay. Well, I don't need this combat to go slowly, because I know... Yeah, I know what's happening there. Okay, I mean, we got him. And we got Channel Heart. I don't know what that is. Sting spells get 20 magic power. Well, that's disgusting, since we're getting stings every turn. And we have multipliers. This guy who doesn't attack is actually kind of cool, because he's not weak to spikes. And we cast a fair number of spells, and he's tiny, and some armor will help with our other units, so shit. A big heal, but... like, I don't know, 3 is kind of a lot to cost? Yeah, I'll take it. There have been a lot of turns where I would have loved to just dump all my mana into healing one guy. Dupe a card, gain some health, remove some cards. I'd rather, like, I don't know, get an artifact and some other cool stuff. So what's available at the store? Ooh. Double stack, huh? Well, I guess we already upgraded our Titan's Tooth through the roof, so... And we don't have anything else that double stack really applies to. But, 10 magic power on, like, restoration detonation is pretty good. That's adding, like, 50 damage to it, hopefully. And making it cost less is, like, eh. I guess let's make this cost less, so it's a little bit less problematic. And I could reroll, but first I'm going to go see what artifact we're getting. When you play a spell, spells in hand that cost less are reduced to 0 for the turn. That's pretty good. That's the kind of thing I maybe actually... This is why, like, what you should do is you should look at the store but not buy anything, then go get the artifact, then go back to the store for reasons like this. Right? You don't want to restrict your options before you've chosen. It should just let you look at everything all at once, right? But it doesn't. So you have to, like, remember stuff, which kind of sucks. I don't know. There's definitely some UI problems that could be streamlined. What am I even thinking about? Oh, right. This. I have a lot of expensive spells, and they cost 0. Like, my 1-cost cards cost 0 when the champion's on that floor, but it would be nice not to have to do that, right? What happens if I take a spell that costs 2 and play it on a floor where my champion is while it costs 1? Do my normally costing 1-cost cards become cheap 0 when I cast them on other floors? Or is it like, well, when you cast this, it was only 1, so only your 0-cost spells become 0 costing? I don't think it works that way, because all the other cards still cost less when I cast this, because they're also discounted. Well, not all of them. Not like non-damage spells, like a Restore, right? Yeah, so if I'm on my champion's floor, this costs 1 and my Restore costs 1. if I cast this, what happens to restore? I'm not sure. Okay, well, I have an idea. Let's find out, right? I haven't really upgraded any units so much that I really need more slots on them anyway, so... And yeah, let's take the reroll. Gain holdover. Gain holdover. I mean, being able to hold this over is pretty gross. Especially if it makes other spells free. That seems pretty good. Oh, I can't. I don't have any slots. Silly. Holdover on Energy Siphon is pretty cool, though. Yeah. Because then I can, like, guaranteed just stack up spell weakness. Upgrade Restoration... this thing some more? Sure. And... I don't know. Awaken even cheaper? Sure. Now it's a pretty good spell. Anything that has 2 upgrades on it should be a pretty good spell. If it's not, you spent the upgrades wrong. Okay, enemy units get 6 extra health. Or attack, rather. By the way, when my mouse is here, I want to be looking at this unit. Let me just tell you. I don't want to look at this guy, so work on that, guys. Yeah, so when killed, it gives extra attack to all other units. This guy has 1 multi-strike? No, multi-strike 4. So him getting buffed by these guys is going to be an issue, obviously. Do I have anything that, like, affects what floor enemies are on? I do. I have the trap shoot, but it won't work once the boss is there, because there won't be anywhere to send them to, so I'm just going to have to deal with him getting the buffs he gets from his friends. +6 attack? I think it's fine. We have a couple gigantic healing spells and at least 1 pretty large unit to use them on. Alright, here's the sweep guy. Oh, actually this one can sweep all the little dudes? So I'll put the Vine Mother down here, I guess? And I'll Energy Siphon just because... Wow, they're taking a lot of damage. Oh, because they're dying... Right. No. It's just because... Oh! It's because I gave them +6 attack. Yeah, that would do it. That's why you're taking so much damage. Okay, fair enough. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be holding over my my spell weakness yet. Because I need other things more badly right now, like my heal. Yeah. Like, I kind of would have loved not to draw this. Well, what can I still... What units can I get? There are 4 left. 2 train stewards and 2 good units. Oh well. I think it's still, like, a thing to do. It's a train steward! Amazing. Oh my god, no, okay. So well... Yeah, this should keep my champion alive? Nope. Why? Oh, because this guy still gets to attack. The 1 regen hasn't gone off yet. Alright, I'm regretting taking this trial now. Oh, I already played my other big thorned unit up here. So where am I supposed to put this mollusk mage? Up here, I guess? A glimmer in here is... I guess it's killing all these guys. Didn't you have a lot of spell weakness? How did you lose all of it just now? I'm really confused about what's happening with spell weakness. Like, I thought it said spell weakness -3, which is not how I thought this worked. It's hit by damage. It takes that much damage again for each stack of spell weakness. Oh! So, maybe this was changed. I thought I saw a video where it was like, if you gave a unit 10 spell weakness, let's say, the next time it was hit with a spell, it took 11 times as much damage and lost 1 stack of spell weakness, so it had 10 left. But no, they all go away on the very first spell you cast, so it has to really be a good one. You're basically amplifying, as you build up spell weakness stacks, you're amplifying the effect of a single spell far in the future. That's less impressive to me. Huh. Because, like, at its best, this is just like a zero cost copy of a spell in your deck. Which is good, don't get me wrong. But it's not like something that scales insanely. It's not quadratic scaling, like an engine that gives you rage would be or something. Anyway, a Titan's Tooth down here looks good. And a Restoration Detonation here. 190, sure. Does 15 and 10 frostbite, so we might as well hit one of these guys with the spell weakness. I guess the front one. Oh, I could have saved the spell weakness, I guess. Oh right, this is free now. Why is this free? Right, because spells that cost less cost 0. Fine, whether they're damage spells or not. Oh geez, there's still someone up here. I forgot about you. I am happy to have a brief respite, to be honest. This is a great awake. Oh, I guess I should have played this first, huh? If I'm playing it. This guy's dying next turn, like, before he gets to the pyre anyway. Alright, I guess I'll just admit I made a mistake. No, I'll put this guy in here and put the train steward up here, I guess, maybe? And he's still getting into the spire, just barely. order matters a lot here. We want to play this before the Energy Siphon, so that it can multiply a more important spell. Then we play this. Now the Frozen Lance plus this is the kill on this guy. Alright, I'm having some issues though, for sure. Okay, this is actually great. Because now we can play the Restoration Detonation. It'll restore 19 times 5 is like 95? Yeah. And then we're gonna like triple it. So that's just, you know, almost 300. And where do I want the regen? I mean, he attacks for 24, so regen here doesn't really matter. Does it? No. Well, it actually saves us like 6 damage on the back guy, which is as good as anything else could be. But I don't think I'm winning this one. Alright, let's go faster, please. Yeah. So I guess the order doesn't super matter. Ideally, like, what you would really love to do is siphon him, then play this, and discard this. But it's better to play this first so everything else becomes free. And I guess the spell you really want to get siphoned is this one. And so you can make that happen by playing the Titan's Tooth first. Yeah, but it's still not even close. Ah, but you want to play the other spells first so that there's nothing left to discard, so you still get value from all of them. Okay, yeah. No, we're dead. Alright, this run just never really got good. I couldn't put together the pieces for, I don't know, get anything synergized together. I took some cards hoping to, like, find uses for them, and I couldn't find those uses. Yeah, okay, well, fair enough. Good feedback. Don't, you know, try to do things differently than this next time. Alright, so it's 1 energy. You can only play it on the top floor, but it does 90 damage. Silence disables triggered abilities, and stuff like multi-strike is not a triggered ability. You know, likewise spikes. So this is, like, fine, but it seems like there's not actually all that many uses for it. Oh my god, really? They're gonna make you, like, really grind out to unlock everything? I don't appreciate that. I like unlock systems as, like, a way to protect new players from complexity and being overwhelmed. I don't like them as, like, a thing that encourages grinding. Or that requires grinding to get to, like, the interesting stuff. And it seems like, you know, the amount of experience required per level goes up, which, like, okay, I guess. But, you know, I don't look forward to grinding this shit out. Right? I just want to, like, okay, grinding Ascension levels, cool, that's kind of fun, or Covenant levels. Because you're, like, increasing the difficulty and so on, and proving you're better. But this is just, like, I don't know, putting in your time. Doesn't seem that cool to me. I bet you could edit the save file to just unlock everything. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, these personal bests are not very amazing. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.